Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a big day for Snapmaker U1 users because we actually have two firmware releases dropping at the same time. And yes, one of them is the one a lot of you have been waiting for. Snapmaker has officially released firmware version 0.9.4 and almost immediately after that, PAXX released a new custom firmware based on this exact version. So in this video, we're going to go over what's new in the official Snapmaker 0.9.4 firmware, what you also get with the custom firmware, and most importantly, whether this finally gives us custom RFID support. Spoiler alert, it does, and it's pretty awesome. Let's get into it.
9, 6, 9. 8, 6, 9.
First, let's talk about the official Snapmaker firmware v0.9.4 because there are actually some very solid improvements here. Snapmaker added filament entanglement detection sensitivity adjustment. So now you can fine-tune how sensitive the system is when detecting filament issues. This is especially useful if you're running third-party spools or custom setups. They also introduced Toolhead attach and detach coordinate adjustment. That might sound minor, but if you've ever had slightly awkward toolhead alignment, you'll appreciate this more than you think. There's a long list here, but I'll highlight the important ones. UI responsiveness has been optimized, the screen feels snappier and less thinking about life choices. Improved cloud server connection under weak networks, which is great if your Wi-Fi router lives 3 rooms away behind concrete walls and regret. You now get connection failure notifications, instead of just wondering why nothing's working. USB drive file scanning is faster, which I personally love. Extended purge length during auto-loading. This helps prevent filament color mixing. Goodbye surprise gradients. Cloud connection status is now visible on the account page, plus a cloud error icon on the home screen, so issues are obvious immediately. Fans now turn off before vibration compensation calibration, improving accuracy. Minimum active toolhead temperature during printing is set to 170 degrees Celsius. This helps avoid cold extrusion situations. And finally, a 15-minute screen timeout, which is now the default. Small change, but your screen and probably your electricity bill will thank you. There are also some meaningful fixes. You can now control the auxiliary fan from the touchscreen during the bed leveling. Fixed cloud connections failures caused by config loading errors. Fixed potential clipper shutdowns from abnormal movement commands. Fixed print time resetting during toolhead changes in multicolor prints. So overall, this is a very solid official update. But now, let's talk about the part you've probably really here for. Yes, today, PAXX released a new custom firmware based on the v0.9.4. That means you get all the official features, all the improvements, all the bug fixes, plus everything we've been showing in the last 2 custom firmware videos. And yes, the custom RFID tag reading function is now officially included in this build. This is huge. If you've watched the previous video, you already know how powerful this is. Reading and writing RFID data on NTAG stickers, custom filament tracking, and all the possibilities that come with that. If you haven't seen that video yet, I highly recommend checking it out because I go deep into how the RFID reading works, how writing works, and what you can actually do with it in real-world use. short version, this is something the official firmware does not and will not support. So if custom RFID functions is what you've been waiting for, this is the firmware you want. Now, full transparency here, we haven't had a lot of time to test this new build yet. That said, from what we've seen so far, everything boots correctly, features behave as expected, no obvious issues have popped up, so early signs are very positive. One question I know will come up immediately. Can I flash this custom firmware if I'm currently on 0.9.0? Yes. What if I'm already on the official 0.9.4? Also yes. This has already been tested. Flashing from all the official firmware works. Flashing from the new official firmware works. No issues reported so far. If you're unsure how to install the custom firmware, don't worry. I already have a full tutorial video covering that process step by step. I'll link that in the description as well. And just to be clear, we will be sharing both the official Snapmaker firmware and the new custom firmware by PAXX right in the video description. I also want to mention that if you appreciate the work going into this custom firmware and the tools around it, you can support the community directly. You can always buy PAXX a coffee. The link will be in the video description. Support like this keeps development moving forward and makes features like custom NFC support possible in the first place. So to wrap this up, Snapmaker's official 0.9.4 firmware is a genuinely good update. Faster UI, better stability, smarter features. But if you want custom RFID reading and writing, advanced customization, and features Snapmaker simply doesn't plan to offer, then the custom firmware based on 0.9.4 is absolutely the way to go. And honestly, seeing how quickly PAXX got this custom release out after the official firmware dropped, that's impressive. As always, if you try this firmware out, do so carefully. Follow the instructions and let us know your experience in the comments. More testing, more feedback, and more fun experiments are definitely coming. If you found this video useful, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with other Snapmaker users who might be wondering what all the hype is about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!